Hello and welcome back to Hydra Games, where today we're in Satisfactory episode 2, and we have quite a bit done in the meantime since we were in last episode. So let me give you a tour, show you what I've done here since. We have expanded our iron ingots to 2. We used basically, we used a splitter right here to split the iron ore in 2. So now we have iron ingots going to both of these. One making plates, the other making iron rods. We have containers for both of them. We can just go over, take, go over, just take real quick. And over here, once I turn this back on, there we go. Oop. We have cable being made and wire. Now what we did back here is again used a splitter coming out from the iron copper ingots, splitting them going over there, over here, so that, and we're making copper wire here. Basically, we can fill this up with copper wire. The copper wire over here will get made into cable right there. So we have both of these going. Go ahead and clean those out. And this is our setup for the fuel generators. So we have 2 containers here. One with grass or leaves. The other over here with wood. So we got 2 constructors, both of which are taking these materials and making biomass. Obviously, one using the wood, one using the leaves. And then we have a short connection right here. It's going into this constructor and it's making the solid biofuel. We come up into a merger, both lines, then go out to a single line where they'll get split again, one side each going into biofuel generators. This is about the best setup at this stage I think you can get. I mean, obviously, as we build more and more, we'll expand it out. We'll keep on generating it out that way. Right now, though, even though everything's automated, it's still all pretty slow. Especially stuff like the concrete making with this recipe, it's pretty slow. So, what we're going to do right now, I think, is we're going to let everything just run and build up. And we're going to go explore just a bit. Give you a little bit of a layout here. So I don't think we can see anything on the map as of yet. No, maybe, nope, we can't. So as we go, we're going to collect some of these things. This will be for MAM research here soon.
Eating it and surviving does not count as a valid field test and does not generate enough data for Fix-It to make an informed decision. Store this potential resource for later use.
Oh, here we go. This is the kind of stuff we want to collect as we're going around.
The Summer Sloop was named after Marie Somerville, co-founder of Fix-It and head of its R&D department. There are many theories about the origin of this shape and why this symbol, mathematically resembling a Mobius strip, has found its way into both human and extraterrestrial culture. Thankfully, you don't need to know any of these theories to be a pioneer. Store it for later use. Fun fact: the planet you are on was found and named during a planet spotting event Marie hosted called Marie's Awesome Scientific Search of the Avant-Garde Exoplanets.
Thanks for that history lesson, Ada. We're going to collect, like I said, power slugs, the summer sloops, Mercer spheres. We want these just on hand, so that when we unlock the machines that use them, that we have them right away. That's all. This big area here that we're running through, this will be where the main factory goes. all the way down through here. Really, in between like this spear and over there, along that line where we already are, that's going to be the factory. It'll go that way. So back here, if I remember correctly, is, let's see here. I think there's coal back here. No, it's over there. Back here we have these geysers and we have crystal. Trying to say, I think the coal should be maybe over this ridge. No. There should be coal back through here somewhere. Oh, there it is. So when we get to coal power, we're going to be taking from here, taking it over to this ridge, and we'll take water from the other side, and that's where we're going to make our steam. We'll take water, then we'll bring the coal up and out this way, and put our steam generators over there. So let's continue on over here, see what else we can find. Looks like there's a crash freighter pod here, which I don't think we can really access anyways. But one thing about the crash pods is that there's items usually scattered around the ground that can be very helpful. And the crash pods can be opened different ways. Sometimes it's items, sometimes it's power. Now where we're at level wise, like the steel pipes that I just picked up, those won't be useful for a while. There's another summer sloop, but don't really feel like I can get that one. I mean, unless I build up and so forth, which you can leave it there for now. Here's another Mercer sphere.
Witness a single strand of the tapestry.
Yeah, here's the other coal. So we have two here, and there's two over there. I believe there's iron and copper over here. There's copper down this way. It's not a bad idea to explore whichever one of the biomes that you choose. A good idea to explore the areas around it. Collect materials and just get a lay of the land, so to speak. Take these.
Potential edible collected. Reminder that look and smell alone do not provide sufficient data to determine exact risk of consumption. Just because it looks like you can eat it does not mean it won't eat you. Store this potential resource for later use.
All the stuff that I'm picking up like that, this berry here, this is stuff you use for researching the MAM, which we'll be getting at here soon.
Potential edible collected. If consumed before authorized is compatible with the human digestive system by Fix-It, the consumer is responsible for any and all consequences. Store this potential resource for later use.
If you see all this green foliage and stuff, this is why this area over towards this side is the other side in the desert where you should start your base at. That way you have access to all this green for biofuel. Oh, starting to hear the voices, the alien voices. There's limestone. Creature up there puts out these little like firefly looking things that do hurt you, but they're pretty easy to avoid. See what's up here. Okay, this Mercer sphere we'll probably have to get later. Lots of iron. I believe right up here is the Caterium ore node. I think it's the only one in the desert, unless there's one on the other side of the map. Yep, right there's the Caterium node. It's either the only one or there's another one all the way on the other side.
Unknown metal collected. This metallic element is showing properties similar to those in Group 11 on the
There
periodic
might be
table,
one
such as
way over there.
conductivity and malleability.
Not sure.
Stored as a potential resource.
Otherwise,
for
it's the
use.
only Caterium node in the desert region here. And I say that because certain electronics later on, Caterium becomes pretty important, pretty useful. Technically, I think you can play the game without it, but it helps quite a bit with some of the recipes. You have alternatives that use Caterium that will produce a lot better. See. Yeah, there's some stuff here we can't really get to just because we can't jump and we have to wait basically until we get the jetpack to get some of the stuff. Some of the stuff that's on top of these hills and mountains. These plants here. Yeah. will also give you mycelia. It's again something that's used in the MAM for research. I can't think. There are some uses for it, build items, but not very many. It's pretty much after you do the research with it, I don't really think you use it much after that. There's another Mercer sphere. Okay, I don't know if you've noticed, but we're making a big circle basically. We're going to kind of head back to our base here. Go ahead and get that other berry. And there are 3 different power slugs. There's the blue, yellow, and then pink or violet. However you kind of want to look at it. Each one will make more power shards. Can't quite remember. I think it's blue is 1 to 1. I think the yellow is 1 to 3. And the violet is 1 to 5. Maybe. We'll have to see when we get there. That's all for overclocking, which will be a little while before we get into that. Another iron node here. So there's a lot of iron in this area. That's one of the reasons why I think it's a good starting area. By the way, you can tell too, I don't know if you've noticed, it's pretty easy not to get, or pretty easy to understand where you're at. And you can always see the hub up at the top of the screen there along the northwest, east compass up there. It always has the hub is always marked. So it's pretty easy to figure out where you are and how to get back to your area. And things go so much quicker once you get the legs upgrade. There's braces you can make, and you move a lot quicker. Jump a lot higher and so forth. Okay, so we're going to see what the next objective is in our research tree. Let's see. Field research. This will be the MAM. So let's go ahead and click on that. How many do I have? Let's go ahead and gather some. Rods. Okay, the other thing I'm going to do here is drop off whatever biomaterials I have over here. Let's see, grass. Do I have any wood? Oh, there it is. How's this one doing? Doing fine, but go ahead and fill it. Same with these. Make a bunch of screws here. I think too, after this, I'm going to go ahead and automate the screws. At least for now. That way I don't have to keep making them by hand. The more you can get out of by hand, the better off you are. Okay, there's 300.
Milestone reached. Supply the molecular analysis machine, referred to as the MAM, with local resources to research and develop new technologies. Potential technologies include exploration tools, weapons, and factory buildings. These are essential for maximizing your pioneer efficiency in alignment with Fixit's core pillars: construct, automate, explore, and exploit. To advance Fixit's mission, all notable phenomena, resources, technology, or other influence should be investigated regardless of any perceived danger, as stated in the Pioneer Contract.
Okay, let's build about there. We're going to be using a splitter. About there. And then the storage box back. Power it up. I think what we're going to do is just going to let the machine itself fill up. Because this, I don't believe this will be able to keep up. So, let's start with the MAM. These are carcasses from all the creatures. Alien technology like Mercer spheres. Summer sloops.
Mercer sphere analysis completed. Established local planetary signature of Massage 2, AB, in the local Mercer sphere signals. Allow them to be tracked by the object scanner.
Here's the
Mercer
mycelia.
spheres can also transmit data between specific arguing the existence of intelligent alien life. While Fixit has figured out the method, all of the original data is still untranslatable. Summer sloop analysis completed. Summer sloops are somewhere between battery and conduit, harvesting energy from pockets of space with complete disregard for the rules of the space-time continuum and distributing it into its connected. I will now assume you are an expert and judge your use of these technologies accordingly. If you
She doesn't like it when you skip ahead.
Understand the new technologies you are about to use, by all means, learn the hard way.
Okay, here's power slugs.
Means you waive Fixit's responsibility for any accidents or misuse of these technologies.
We don't have quartz. We don't have sulfur on us. So let's go back. can dump off most of this. We'll be using those pipes for a while. Actually, I think I need. Yeah. Power shard 1. I think it's 1 to 1. Yeah. Okay, so there's those. Okay. Power slugs. Overclocking ability. Okay, so now we can overclock our machines.
Overclocking development completed. Power shards can now be inserted into all buildings to increase input and output speed. Underclocking is also possible. Note, power consumption of overclocked buildings increases exponentially.
Yeah, so that's something to keep in mind that Ada just said there, that when you overclock it, the more you overclock it, the more power it pulls. So you see here, right now, 6.8. Let's take it back down to 100%. And pull this out, 3.8 megawatts. So yeah, it definitely increases power consumption. So let's see how we're doing here. Looks good. Okay. So we got the MAM up. This is the Dimensional Depot is one of the best items to get in the entire game. It'll be so handy once we get to it. I'm not sure where the nearest SAM node is out here in the desert. Not sure if there's one over there or not. Alright, can we scan for it? Nope, not yet. Okay. Because you can't really find it in the wild. I mean, the little nodes like you see copper and them. You can't really find those. Let's see something here. Object scanner. I don't think you can use. We can try it. I need screws. Object scanner. Let's see, we have to so we can scan for Mercer. Oop. Mercer spheres, summer sloops, and the bio stuff. So we can't actually scan for the SAM nodes yet. Okay. So I'm not sure if there's one. You can see where we ran earlier. Like I said, kind of a circle. Not sure if there's any SAM nodes down through here. Is there one back here? Maybe. I know there's coal back here. Let's run back here and find out. We can also grab. Let's see what we're doing here. Yeah, we can go ahead and grab some more biomaterial as we go by. So let's head this way. Yeah, see, I was talking about ores like this. You can't find any SAM ones like this. You have to find an actual node. kind of curious at times, how much power could you generate using only biofuel? I wouldn't doubt it if one of the big Satisfactory players like Kibitz or somebody like that has done it. But imagine that would be a large build, the number of biofuel generators you would need. Okay, here's that water coast. Stay sort of up this way. Okay, if I remember correctly, that's the other Caterium node that's in the desert. You can't get to that one until you get the bombs. So there is the coal I was talking about back here. By the way, you cannot get anything from killing those guys, and there's no research for them in the MAM, so they're pretty pointless to attack them unless that's just what you want to do, but you're not really going to get anything out of it. So I wonder if there was a SAM node down in there. Maybe. Just can't remember. Oh boy, there's the yellow one. I don't know if I can. Which room we have? We have quite a bit. So room. Can't even put our chainsaw away. Oh yeah, we can. Okay, let's go by here and grab whatever concrete we have. And we're going to increase the size of our biofuel setup. There's that. Let's drop off all this biomaterial, free up some room in inventory just in case. I don't think we'll actually need it, but you never know. There's the leaves. And by the way, to move all the items in your inventory into another inventory is hold control, left click. And to sprint is shift button. Alright, so still have the build mode in Zoo, where you can click in and then make several items here. So we got that. Biomass burner. Biomass burner. Another splitter. You see how the lines showing you that they're all lined up? The movement where that's the way the conveyor belts are going to move. So there we go. Okay, now we need a pole. Okay, so that increases our power a little bit. And actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this one. Don't need it. No, I'm going to do that. Just fill these up real quick. Not going to need too much. Okay, let's see. Let's do tier 2. So part assembly, jump pads, resource sink, and logistics MK2. Part assembly. Okay. Go ahead and select that. And I think we're going to call it right here for this video. This is Hydra Games. Thanks for watching. Check me out on social medias for when the next video is going to drop. Until then, see you later.